came when a friend of mine who knew her, somebody in her camp,
Okay.
and she said something supposedly.
She has been through some trauma and some of with Rock Nation, with Desiree Perez, with other individuals.
You got these lawyers that just frauding and pit anything they doing, anything they want basically in the courtroom, and the judges is just allowing this to go on.
Not for his music, Jay-Z's name is making news again. The judge just approved his purported son, Rymir, to at last proceed with the protracted paternity lawsuit. Jay-Z has now been formally instructed to reply by July 18th. This is no longer merely a tabloid drama. It's an official court. However, who has been driving this whole thing? You're already familiar with 50 Cent. That man continues to be messy and enjoys every moment of this one. The tale has gone viral on social media, and Nicki Minaj has now joined in. She added her own flair to 50's dubious tweet, which she reposted. Is this the reason he was popular the other day? I'm not sure. The honor belongs to God. That alone indicates that even the rap queen is
in earlier interviews.
Beyonce thing came when a friend of mine who knew her, somebody in her camp,
Okay.
and she said something supposedly, this is all hearsay,
Okay.
about regarding saying Rymir needs to go away.
There are crazy power plays playing in the background. However, this is when the whole conspiracy begins. Mode. According to certain claims, Jay-Z is supposedly connected to a sinister secret, which is why this lawsuit was ultimately permitted to move forward. Something about a supposedly ethically dubious transportation plan that led to Rhys' birth. Yes, exactly. Rumor has it that Jay has been avoiding the case because he is aware that if he enters the courtroom, the truth would be revealed, not to be overlooked. Jay-Z often doesn't hesitate to call out falsehoods. Even after people accused him and Diddy of a terrible crime involving a kid, he had no trouble legally clearing his identity. He worked quickly on that. But he's quiet about this Rymir problem. Not a single sound. Why is that? The numbers don't add up. Additionally, it appears like Jay-Z's quiet is running out. The more time passes, the more twisted this entire case becomes. Let's dissect it. Just facts and fire. No nonsense. According to rumors, Jay-Z and his legal team have been using every tactic known to man to keep this paternity issue hidden. However, it appears that Rymir may be receiving his long overdue opportunity to undergo a true paternity test. Yes, exactly according to official sources, the court approved the course of action. And you know what? I have access to those court documents and they are quite explicit. The judge didn't mince words. Plain as day, it says. Answer Lily Coley's most recent filing against Sean Corey Carter. The court allows the ex parte application for the grounds listed above and directs that the defendant's time for answering the plaintiff's concerns be extended to July 18, 2025. Boom, signed and stamped. Jay-Z is forced to respond as a result. He is now formally on the clock. This is the section that has plagued this case for many years. The tale of Rymir. He claims that in 1992, at his aunt's Brooklyn apartment, his mother, Wanda, had an affair with Jay-Z. Wanda claims that Jay took her from Philadelphia by car. They experimented and employed protection, but to no avail. She became pregnant. After returning once around 2 weeks later, Jay disappeared. She had no method of getting back to him. Rymir claims that until his mother finally told him that she thought Jay-Z was his biological father when he was about 8 years old, he was unaware of any of this. Her birth certificate had previously put Robert Graves, her current lover, as another guy. However, a DNA test in 2011 established that Robert was not the father, and his name was officially removed. Wanda informed Rymir right away that she had only dated Jay-Z and Robert. Who does that leave, if not Robert? However, this is when things take a very different turn. People are claiming that one of the main reasons Jay-Z has been evading the paternity test is because of this. Jay was 22 and Wanda was just 16 when he supposedly had an affair with her. It's a severe matter. Accurate? That could clarify why he has been avoiding that courtroom. The facts are mounting, and the silence is growing louder. People are unaware of how much deeper this whole issue is. In fact, Wanda's godmother revealed some shocking information some time ago that is now making a comeback, and it's crazy. She said that one of Jay-Z's internal attorneys called her. Everything appeared to go smoothly at first. They seemed sincere in their attempt to resolve the matter in private, as evidenced by the courteous tone.
Case frozen.
Got these lawyers that just frauding and putting anything they want basically in the courtroom, and the judges is just allowing this to go on. I honestly believe that both of them should be hold it responsible for this, because you guys, this is you guys' job, and if the judge can't see this or overlook it, I can understand a mistake, but just throughout the years,
Rymir attempted to take it all the way to the Supreme Court at that point, but they dismissed him, claiming they lacked the authority to reopen lower court sealed cases. Rymir did not stop, however. He filed a new refile, this time in the New Jersey Superior Court's Appellate Division. It speaks a lot that he has come this far. The entire conflict has been little more than a slog. Since the beginning, Jay-Z's legal team has been playing hardball, claiming that he shouldn't be made to submit to a DNA test in New Jersey because, get thee, allegedly never resided there or owned real estate. Since there was no legal mechanism to compel Jay-Z to take a paternity test until Rymir produced the receipts, that technicality...
Some trauma and some of with Rock Nation, with Desiree Perez, with other individuals. What I can say about that is I've witnessed and heard a lot of things. Again, is hearsay, right? So it doesn't even matter. And that's why I'm not even going to go into detail with that. If I have the opportunity to speak with Nikki, would love to connect with her on that. But I've kind of seen, just like you firsthand, how they've
Her remarks were forceful, akin to a blunt warning. She referred to it as sabotage, and others are curious about how serious this is. Truly gone. Nikki has been revealing much more recently, implying that Jay-Z and his team have been actively working behind the scenes to ruin her. She said that's the true reason she hasn't released any songs. She even implied that there had been a covert effort to use deceit and tug strings behind closed doors in order to turn her own husband, Kenneth Petty, against her. Jay-Z remains silent throughout all of this. That speaks volumes. Nicki Minaj,